Who's doing Wandavision? You, Reese?
Yeah. I'm opting out for that. I haven't seen it. I'm doing the Marvel Universe. I'm getting there. I heard there were spoilers. So do you want me to turn my camera off or stay here, mute it?
Stay there and mute it. I think would be the best thing to do.
I'll just tell you what happened. So it turns out Wanda, yeah.
Wanda, what she actually is? She's actually an anti-vaxxer.
Yeah, she's an anti-vaxxer. No, she got the vaccine. And now she's got all these sickhead powers. So
absolutely. Well, hey, welcome back. This is episode 37 of the Part-Time Players podcast. This is the video game podcast where 4 pals us week's video game news. My name is Reese Lagden, and my first pal is Bradley Seeley.
He's back.
He's back.
Got it all in.
The DJ's back. The Bulbasaur's back.
I adjusted the settings and everything. Now I've got to go back in the settings and change it because I wanted to get it all in. So let me go in here.
It was worth it.
It was worth
and
it.
then the second pal, Ash Seeley. How you doing, mate?
This guy, how you doing? No, good, thank you. Good.
And last but not least, Bradley Moore.
Still don't have a thing. I'll get a thing. Hi.
You did have the boat thing.
Just say hello.
I like the boat thing.
Yeah, it didn't work last week. It just sounded awkward.
Well, before we begin this action-packed show, please like the podcast or the video if you're watching the video version. For some reason you want to look at our faces. If you don't want to miss an episode, obviously subscribe to the channel. We drop our episodes on Mondays, including on YouTube, like I just said. Obviously, as always, we're going to be ending the show with a Wandavision spoiler discussion, as you probably just heard us discussing it. If you don't want to stay along for the video game, forgot what to say there, part of the podcast, then obviously you can just watch our little clip that we post on Tuesday. So check that out, like the video. We really appreciate it. We had some comments on it, someone liking that we're introducing Brad to the MCU, for example. So that's really nice that we're getting some interaction from people that are watching. So yeah, thanks for that, guys. Just some little housekeeping. We are going to be mixing up the podcast. So starting from this week, we're no longer going to be reporting the news. We're going to be doing our own little individual topics because we kind of realized that we were talking about news that we to be honest, don't really care about and have not much to say. So we thought it'd be a lot funner for us and for you guys to watch us talk about our news stories of the week or a topic of our choice of the week. So we're all going to be doing our own things starting this week. And we're going to be keeping the little segment this week in gaming and this day in gaming. It'll kind of be rotating Brad's segment. And we'll kind of spitball some new ideas for that segment. It's kind of like a rotating thing. What we've been playing this week will stay the same. It's where we can talk about what we've been playing this week, and maybe we'll do a little review if it's not like a big game where we've all played it. Like what Concrete Genie, I believe Brad did last week, and Ash did Hitman. So things like that. And I'm sure we'll get a weekly update of what Brad's been doing in Destiny in that segment. So, and as always,
that bit's going to be called Brad's Destiny Corner.
It's just going to be called Brad.
Rename it to that. Yeah, and obviously, as always, we'll be rounding up the show with a Disney Plus or whatever gaming geeky show that we'll be discussing that week or whatever.
We're going to run out and we're going to end up watching The Crown. Right, okay, so
yeah,
he totally mugged off Elizabeth. You know, that's just.
Bit of a bastard, turns out.
Yeah, don't want it to happen.
Wow. Anyway, I've waffled on long enough. Shall the Bulbasaur kick it off with his first news story? What is your news of the week, Brad?
So my news of the week is, as you can probably see, I don't even know if I spelled it right. Rename my Zoom name to Bulbasaur. Favorite Pokemon.
Yeah. For the video listeners.
So it's a Pokemon news. So there's a Pokemon stream event, I suppose you would call it, and they announced that there is going to be a Diamond and Pearl remake coming out late 2021, maybe, called Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and that's set. Well, it's like 15 years since the last game came out on the DS. So yeah, remake for the Switch, very much like Sword and Shield, like graphically, and yeah, it's just. Good game. It's not my favourite Pokemon game, but I'm glad that it's coming out. I know you haven't played it, Reese. I don't know if Brad's played. No, Ash has played it on the DS.
So, no, I missed out on it, unfortunately. I will play it though. This version.
I got fond memories of it actually. I remember buying it in a Asda in Newton Abbot in Devon, and just playing it for like just constantly. So it's yeah.
I can't remember if I've played it or not. I played one of them. I played obviously Pokemon Blue, not Red because I wasn't like that. But and there was another one I played. One of the newer ones I played. I can't remember what it was. So I could have played it. What was it on the DS?
DS, yeah.
You got Ruby and Sapphire as well.
They was on
so
the
many,
GBA.
isn't there? It's probably
they was on the GBA.
Those on
Game Boy Advance. And then I think Pearl and Diamond were the first ones to be on the DS, set in the Sinnoh region. So I heard rumors that there's going to be a remake for the Switch of Gold and Silver, which could possibly my favorite game, but we didn't hear nothing about that. But obviously they got a remake on the DS with Soul Silver and Heart Gold. So and it would have been me buying the game for the third time. So I don't know, but I would have because I'm a mug.
Yeah, a lot of people like the Diamond, though, don't they? It's quite really popular.
Yeah, no, he's good. He's good. Yeah, it had some good legendaries in it. I can't remember what the legendaries are called. One of them's like a big wow stingray, and one of them's like a Godzilla, pinky Godzilla type thing. I don't know.
Okay.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like I'm pretty sure I've got a box around here somewhere, but I don't know where. Maybe I don't.
The WoW thing, wasn't that on Sapphire?
No.
I feel like you're getting these mixed up, mate.
Wow.
Oh yeah, no, I did. Yeah, Ashley was right. Well, no,
oh,
that's one of them.
You damn fool!
That's like Godzilla type thing, and then the other thing is like a blue
long
horse.
neck.
Blue
Blue horse. That's
blue
it.
Horse.
Blue horse. There we go.
Look at him, he's still got his old Pokemon games.
No, I've got some really fun.
For the audio listeners, he just showed the cases of the both versions.
I've got like the original gold down there for Game Boy. So yeah, it's just but that wasn't the only news this week. They also announced a Pokemon open world RPG coming to the Switch in early 2022. So both of these games haven't actually got set dates. I think people are learning that this year they can't really set a date. So it's called Pokemon Legends Arceus. Arceus.
Yeah.
So it's like open world, again set in Sinnoh region, and it's set in a feudal era. So obviously before all the modern like other Pokemon games, and you start a Pokemon, it's a bit of a mixture. So we've got Rowlet from Sun and Moon. It's a grass type Pokemon, which I haven't played Sun and Moon, so that's good. Yeah, it's like a bird, it's like an owl, like a grass type owl. Oshawott from Black and White, which is a terrible Pokemon game.
Really shit.
Yeah, rubbish. Literally, I've said it before.
Trubbish.
There's a bag of rubbish, and it's called Trubbish. They run out of ideas. It's like Family Guy. They've run out of ideas. And Cyndaquil from Heart and Gold.
Good.
Fire starter. Really good. Yeah. So you start with them. Got a little snippet here of them talking about it. So as trainers explore natural expanses in Pokemon Legends Arceus, they will encounter Pokemon that call these grand vistas home. To catch wild Pokemon, players can study the Pokemon's behaviors, sneak up to them, and throw Pokeballs. Players can also battle wild Pokemon with their allied Pokemon by throwing the Pokeball holding their allied Pokemon near a wild Pokemon. Players will seamlessly enter battle. This new gameplay angle is intended to provide trainers with an immersive experience. So, yeah, the battles won't, like the original games where it used to go,
Love that.
Yeah, I love it as well, actually. It won't cut into that. It'll just be similar. It's like kind of like in Sword and Shield, there was like vistas where you just saw Pokemon just wandering around and you could just like obviously battle them, try and catch them. So it's more like that. Yeah, more immersive. It's good, like open world. I'm going to complain. It's not the open world game I want. So it's, I wanted one where you start in Kanto and you can do that. And then you go to Johto and then you end up in Sinnoh and then you end up wherever Ruby and Pearl, I can't remember that region. And yeah, like the Orange Islands, that's what I wanted.
Do you not think this is the start of that though? And they can only do so much on the Switch, and because they're starting so much as a prequel and they're calling it Legends as like a title.
Yeah,
I feel like we're gonna get this as a new series. This is a new series, and you will eventually get that game.
That'd be pretty cool.
Hopefully. Well, like they done it kind of back in with Gold and Silver because you was in Johto, you done that league, and then you could travel over to Kanto.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Do the gyms again, do the league again. So that was back on the Game Boy, and they've never done that with any of the other games. Never gone so you can go back to another region, which is a shame. With the open world one, this new Legends Arceus, I kind of hope that there is more of the original 150 Pokemon in it. You know,
I
want to be able to see just a Bulbasaur or a, Charmander walking around. They're obviously the ones I got into when I started playing. So for me, I know other people have favorite generations, but for me, they are.
Yeah. Did they confirm that's Gen? Are they? Oh no, I don't know much about Pokemon. Is that Gen 1 you're talking about?
Yeah, I'm talking about Gen 1. Yeah.
Yeah. So did they confirm that this will have Gen 1 Pokemon?
I didn't see anything in it. From the video I saw, there was a few different gens in there.
Oh, okay.
But I'll just, not necessarily all of them, but yeah, a few of them.
Sure.
I think that's what kind of there was only a few of them in Sword and Shield. So,
yeah.
And I wanted to be a bit more tougher. Sword and Shield was so easy. I think I only died I got beat a couple of times. Whereas the old game, it was tough, and you had
you had to do some grinding. You had to stay in that grass for a little while, getting that level up before you took on the leader, didn't you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but you had to really grind to get your levels up. So
I never played Swords and Shield just because I was kind of a little bit burnt from, was it the last one called Pokemon Go?
Pokemon Go.
Yeah, it was just was that the
Pokemon
mobile?
Let's Go.
Let's Go. Eevee and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu.
Yeah, I got the Pikachu one, and it was just like you said, it was so easy. I just got bored because it was just.
With that one, they took out even the battling wild Pokemon, didn't they? You just used to catch them. So
it was like the Go mechanics. You had to use the touch pad or the touch screen on the Switch, and you just catch them like that. But no, I really want a Breath of Wild, just complete open world Pokemon where you're, I don't know, running around. That's what people are saying.
Yeah, people are kind of comparing this to, they're saying that it's Pokemon Breath of the Wild because it looks like it as well.
Yeah,
I want it to be populated. I want it to be some challenging gyms in there, challenging trainers, and you can just explore, catch all the different Pokemon, build your team. That's what.
So what we want is going to be like Pokemon Red or Blue or Yellow, right? But just remake that in 3D as an open world.
That's what I want.
And you can go to and go to different regions as well. So you don't Kanto, you can go to Sinnoh or and all that.
I want to be able to catch a Whale Lord because that thing's fucking massive. So you see it from the other end of the map. You're like, there he is. I'm gonna go get him.
Just I think Wailord was in Gold and Sword and Shield, and it was just in a puddle. So
what's the big whale?
That is it, Wailord, but I'm pretty sure it was in Sword and Shield. But if they build on because Sword and Shield was really good, but it kind of didn't feel, full enough. But if they build on it, because it was cool, walking through areas and just seeing a Snorlax just fucking wandering around, and you could only catch so you could catch all the Jolteon, all the Eevee evolutions, but you had to go there on certain days. You had to go there when it was raining and thunderstorms.
Yeah, that's cool.
Jolteon.
To go near the stones and stuff.
When it was snowing to get Glaceon and so you could. That was really good. So build on Sword and Shield, add some more, and it'd be. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm excited. As you can probably see in the background, I've got little Snorlax and Squirtle.
I think the
Squirtle, Pikachu over there. So I'm a fan.
Clearly, 25th anniversary, crazy.
Yeah, exactly. 25th anniversary. 25th anniversary Pokemon. 15th anniversary of Diamond and Pearl. So.
Is there a new Pokemon Snap coming out? Has that happened, or is it happening?
Yeah, no, that is it's coming. I don't think there's any date on it yet. No. But that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Did you mention that Diamond and Pearl's coming in 2021? Late 2021?
Yeah, late 2021 for Diamond and Pearl. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. And it just said early 2022 for Pokemon Legends Arceus. So
cool.
Nice.
Ashley Seeley, what is your
my thing is apparently now I haven't experienced this, but and neither any of these boys, but PSN apparently had a little bit of trouble last week, end of last week, Friday through to the weekend, and people's PSN were crashing. Not necessarily, so you could still log in, but some features were disabled, and apparently some multiplayer games you couldn't actually get onto. Again, I can't comment too much on it because I haven't experienced this, but I just want to go on to, do we think this is going to be a regular thing now? Lots of people are on it. Maybe there's not as many people working on it because, people might be working from home. Do we think this is, I know UK's nearly coming out of lockdown apparently, but do you think this is going to be an ongoing thing where we're going to keep having these technical problems? are things getting too advanced that we can't actually keep up with keeping everybody online? Everybody seems to be going online now. There's a lot more competitive games. So I just want to put that to the table. Do we think this is going to be an ongoing thing, or do you think it's just literally a blip? I know it's been a while since PSN went down.
Yeah.
Do we think?
You remember there was was it like a couple of years ago? Was it the Lizard Squad, that group of hackers that kept on hacking into PSN? Bloody Lizard Squad at it again.
Yeah.
Fucking Lizard Squad.
Every time I'd be signed out, fucking Lizard Squad, come off it. Maybe it's them. Maybe they're pulling the strings.
I don't remember this. What did they do?
Oh, I don't know. It's like some hacking group. Every time PSN went down, they claimed it. Probably wasn't them.
I used to go onto my PlayStation and be signed out and be like, I don't know my login. I logged into this 4 years ago. I don't know what it is. And then it'd be like, Lizard Squad, like Team Rocket.
Yeah.
Goodness. The Team Rocket of PSN.
To answer your question, yes and no. I don't know. I think it's a server problem, maybe because so many more people are on PSN. So obviously you still got the PS4s, plus people will get more and more people going on to PS5. And I think it was, I don't know if we said it as a news story, but apparently 1 in 4 people that have got a PS5 didn't have a PS4, which I think is an absolute really interesting statistic. So people clearly moving over from Xbox, people clearly are getting more into gaming. PlayStation as a brand has been more mainstream than ever. People that are considered gamers are just sat at home playing GTA, and then play it on a PS5.
Yeah.
So, I think it's server and the capacity issue. Because didn't Microsoft have a problem after the Series X, their first week launching it?
Yeah.
I think that was a news story and was oh my
God. Microsoft just constantly have problems. I don't think they've had a week of not having problems yet since their launch.
For a software company,
keep bagging the Xbox. People don't like.
I'm not. I like the Xbox. When they bring out some games, I will buy them.
Okay.
True. We're waiting for Halo. That's something.
But I just found it really interesting. I just think maybe where people are at home as well, and I know the people at home meant to be working, but going to play on that Xbox, isn't you? You'll be playing that Call of Duty. So maybe it's just flooding it and it's just shutting it down. I was just interested whether we think it's going to be a thing. I don't think it will. I think it's just literally a blip in the matrix and it's gone down. But I did find it interesting. There was a lot of people getting really hurt about it. But like I say, I didn't have this problem. I downloaded some games and they took forever. I'm pretty sure that's just my internet being shit. So that's it.
Yeah. Talking about the PS5, I had a really great moment with it this week. I was playing Control to get the plat, and I have got the plat. And I went to go on my laptop to Google how to get the last trophy, and then I turned it on, and I completely forgot about the SSD and the resume. And I thought, why is booting up? I can just Google how to get this last platinum really quickly, this last trophy, really quickly. And before I could even grab my laptop, it was already up on the pause menu, ready to play. And I was like, wow, this is just so good. It's just, you just forget. It just reminded me again of how good
it is super impressive.
Yeah. What do you think of your PS5? We never spoke about. Are you impressed by it? Because obviously you.
For me.
Yeah, you recently got it.
Yeah, no, I'm loving it. I was about to say then, I will go into it later on, but I'm playing a little bit of Days Gone, and the loading menu in that is surprisingly long. So I can only imagine how long it must have been on a PlayStation 4. Literally, as soon as that screen comes on, pick up your phone, you're going to be there for a while.
Yeah.
But with that, there's been times where I've been playing Hitman and they give you little tips and little dialogue along the bottom. I didn't even have time to read it. Yeah, it was I'm back in.
Yeah.
But I'm super impressed with it. The navigation of the screens and that took a little bit of getting used to.
Absolutely.
I didn't know how to put it on rest mode for a little while, and I was like, I'll put this on rest. What button am I pressing? But I have to get used to it, like most.
Yeah, it's like muscle memory, isn't it? You're so used to the PS4 of just going here, there, and it's
exactly
like
that. And I really like the way they separate the game into the media. Again, that took me a while to find that. I was like, where the fuck is Disney Plus? How am I supposed to watch Wandavision? I can't find it. And it turns out there's
whole other tab, of media.
Yeah. I like that though. But really, really impressed with it. And the controller's amazing. I'm a little bit worried about it. I keep hearing things about controllers breaking, but
really? Yeah.
Will happen, I guess.
Apparently they've only got a finite lifetime.
Yeah, so, like 14,000 hours or something, and then
it gives up. Yeah. So and drift is becoming a big issue. So
I've not had this drift. Not had this drift at
I
all.
have had the drift in Control.
I had the drift on a lot of PS4 games, but I
Yeah.
haven't had it on PS5 yet. But yeah.
Yeah. Is it like while playing or in like a menu?
While playing, yeah,
while
playing
playing.
Spider-Man on the PS4, like the drift, and it was insane. Like, it was terrible.
Even the PS5? You mean the PS5, like the remaster?
No. When I was playing the actual PS4 version, I haven't had it on the PS5 yet.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, not yet.
That's fine. I mean, there's gonna be limitations. If it's just with the PlayStation 4 games, I can live with that. You know, it's not ideal, but as long as it's not going to mess up my new experience with I've just bought this game for 60, possibly 70 quid if games keep going up like they are. If my character's moving when I'm telling him not to, I'm going to be really fucking annoyed.
Yeah.
You know?
Mine happens in Control, but only in the menus. It just like goes down, and I want to go up, and it's constantly like I'm fighting against this thing to select a mission. It's really odd, but then as soon as you like go off the pause menu, I won't touch like you just stand still. There's no like the gun's not so it's fine.
Is it a hardware thing? Is it like an actual problem?
It will be a software thing. It's a software thing.
All right.
Well, the good thing about it is if it's a software thing, they can patch it out.
Yeah.
So,
if it was a hardware thing, it would be constant all the time, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Reese was playing Control, but yet he couldn't get Control.
Menu.
Hold on. Whoa.
Yes. Do the thing. Do the sound.
I can't find it. It's gone. Oh, it's gone.
Fuck.
It's too late.
You have to change all the settings.
The moment it's gone.
Right, Reese, what you going to do? When you edit, you got to edit in the noise and pretend we played it. I played it, all right?
Do we sound? There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Cool.
Bradley Moore, what are you going to talk about? We all are sitting here wondering. Please.
So
we want more.
I'm going to talk about Metal Gear Solid. No, joking. There was some big Destiny news again. So we had the news last week that basically they're expanding. The offices in Seattle were like doubling, and they're opening another office, and they're talking about this whole expansion plan, and like we're in it for the long haul. We're looking at new media, things like that. So it's like a big mic drop moment for Bungie. And then we think that's it. They're going to go quiet for a while, but nope, they announced some more stuff as well. So first of all, the annual expansion, which is known as Witch Queen, which is what a lot of people are looking forward to, because the big DLC that really saved Destiny 1 was called The Taken King, and it was all about the Hive enemy race, which are like these really sort of manky.
I remember them. I remember them from 1.
Oh yeah, good. Yeah. So it's kind of like
So do I. I remember it from 1 as well.
Oh, look at that. The Guardians as well.
Getting involved. Love it.
Yep. That's all they're going to contribute to this.
Yeah, that's it. I'm done.
Yeah, you're done.
The little robot.
Yeah.
Like the little robot had the Peter Dinklage voice.
Yeah, it was really bored.
Is he still about?
No, they
I probably won't pick it up then.
They had to revoice all his lines. Yeah.
Next
for do you know what? For a much better voice actor, I might say Dinklage is a legend, but he did such a shit job. You could tell his heart. His heart wasn't in it. You listen to
he
some
was
of his
Tell you what, one of the best voice actors in Destiny is Lance Reddick.
Oh, that's brilliant.
From such a Lieutenant Daniels in The Wire, obviously, and Agent Broyles from Fringe. He's the man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He is really
Zavala.
Yeah, he's cool.
That was a brilliant YouTube clip actually, and yeah, this leads on to something actually. That was a brilliant YouTube clip of in Destiny in the game. One of the bosses said like, "Oh, you need to bow to us," as in this particular race, and his voice line was "no," and it was like a bit like, "Oh, I thought you were going to say something better than that." But a fan left a massive Twitter post like, "This is what you should have said," and it was full of like F-bombs and all this sort of stuff, and it was just a much cooler line. So like, "Who do you think you are bowing to?" And he basically read it out in Zavala's voice. And loads of people really just edited it back into the game and stuff. It was really good.
Idea. I was hoping the gamers, the actual developers, was going to do it, but that's still pretty cool. That would have been great.
Did it on the side.
Fuck you! How about that?
Yeah,
go suck your mum.
That's Have you seen it? That was pretty much it.
That's pretty close. Yeah.
But he's been doing, I don't know if Reese is, you follow him on Twitter, don't you? But he's been doing a lot more stuff in terms of playing on his Zavala character. Like, he loves what he's doing in the game. And with the announcement of going into more media, I think he's definitely going to be involved. Like, it's no coincidence that he's on Twitter all the time doing Zavala voice lines, loving life. And they've just announced that they're doing some sort of media series, films.
That's why I think there's going to be animation. I think the TV show is going to be animation. He'll just voice it. It makes sense to get all the voice actors, because how can you change their voices when they're so iconic?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And we've got Cora Ray, played by Gina
Torres.
She's she's coming, because she's been on hiatus really for about a year, but she's just done a video and announced that she's coming back in Destiny for the Witch Queen. So yeah, I digress. Witch Queen has been delayed until 2022, early 2022. So that was kind of the news, but to coincide with the news, they've spoken. So, quote here: "Last summer we outlined our ambition for Destiny, a next Destiny era in Destiny 2, by announcing the full arc of 3 storylines: Beyond Light, followed by the Witch Queen and Lightfall. As we begin to scale production on the Witch Queen last year, we made the difficult but important decision to move its release to early 2022, as we probably expected. We also realized that we needed an additional unannounced chapter after Lightfall to fully complete our first saga of Destiny." So that line right there is pretty big news, because they said that Destiny is going to reach a point. They announced the next 3 big expansions, which in itself was quite big, but they've now said, we've realized we can't tell this story in 3 expansions. It's all getting to a point, and we're going to conclude the story in an additional chapter. And that's going to complete the first saga of Destiny. So the whole light versus dark is happening, and it's going to complete that. But yeah, first saga, that means they intend to do things beyond another. Well, there's 3 more annual expansions, and that's going to wrap up the first saga. So really exciting there. It just seems like it is going to be this ever-evolving MMO that they keep on talking about that they want. So it should be no surprise, but people are like, are they going to kill this game off? Are they going to continue it? Well, it looks like with the news last week of them doubling down on the office space and Footfold, and the announcement that they, what I've just said there, it's we're in it for the long haul. So it's going to be a proper, Luke Smith is going to get his World of Warcraft PlayStation edition, which is good. Alongside that blog post, that wasn't just it as well. More big news, sunsetting. So with Season 11, we introduced infusion caps on, it was designed to keep the gear in game fresh. So what it meant was everything that you earned has like an expiration date on it, which we spoke about before in a previous podcast that we thought was a good idea, but it wasn't executed particularly well. What we'd earned in game for the first couple of years was all sunset and rendered useless. You couldn't bring the power up to your level. So if you equipped all these old weapons, you'd be weaker in power and you couldn't participate in any end game activity. That was the idea of it. And the thought process is that, well, we can't just keep on adding new loot, and you can use everything, because then we have a sandbox of 1,000 weapons to balance, rather than just, okay, let's get rid of 3 years worth of stuff, start again, and now we're balancing X amount of weapons. And that makes sense from a developer standpoint. But what it created in the game was a feeling of, everything I earn now is going to be useless in a year or 9 months or 6 months and whatever. Having that date on it just didn't feel good. So what they've said on that is, we've made the decision that any weapon or armor that can currently be infused to max power will continue to be able to reach max power permanently. Whilst we still strongly believe that Destiny needs a method to shift our meta in the game for most challenging activities, we don't believe that infusion caps are the right answer. Correct. We're taking the time to research and validate a plan that creates a fresh and balanced ecosystem for our most aspirational content, one that doesn't make our rewards feel like they have an expiration date. So they've gone back to the drawing board. They've scrapped it.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah. So it is interesting. And I think it's, Reese and I were speaking in the week about it, and we've got slightly different opinions. I think we both agree that sunsetting was a good idea, but we both agree that it was done wrong. You're quite surprised that they've done a reversal on this, aren't you?
Yeah, because I feel like we've already gone for the through the hardest part of the sunsetting, which was the initial deleting everything. But now we've got our first season after Beyond Light. There's more weapons in the pool, so it doesn't feel like we've got a lot of weapons to play with. And I feel like the whole thing I was pro sunsetting was the fact that weapons were just going to get nerfed eventually, because they want you to recycle in and out, and you're going to get your weapons nerfed. And I generally, the way I play, I like to chase loot. I like to get new weapons. I like to try these things. I don't want to hold on to a year-long weapon because I've got the God roll and that's my weapon. I've got my loadout. That's it. My pill of destiny for me is get new loot. And their whole promise of sunsetting was that you was going to get new OP weapons all the time. And do you know what I mean? So if that was the case, then I was all for it, but they just didn't execute it in the way that we all envisioned. So
yeah, that's fair
personal
enough.
preference, isn't it, really, I suppose?
Yeah. I think there is still that problem is going to be in the game, but they've said they're going to take a step back and look at how we can do this differently. But for now, it's not working, and for me, it's just honestly, it's just totally changed my outlook on the game now. It just now I've got the freedom. Absolutely for the better. Yeah, like anything I earn now, any armor with like good stats and any weapons owned with good stats. I've not got that fit. Like being this ongoing MMO game, it just didn't feel mentally good at all. Knowing that, okay, well, this weapon's quite good. I could really grind to get the perfect god roll on this weapon, or I could have the best armor stats, knowing that it's going to expire and I'd have to do the same thing again. That just didn't feel good to me. Like,
yeah, no, I see that point, and I do kind of agree. I just hope we have best of both worlds almost. Like we get to keep those weapons, but they also give us new ones to chase as well. Do you know what I mean? Rather than nerf that weapon, because every weapon they put in now is never good as the previous weapon, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I think like what they'll do is
balancing problem.
I think they've said they're uncapped permanently, but I think they'll give it another 3 years, and maybe at Lightfall they'll go, all right, we're drawing a line in the sand again. Everything you earned from like Witch Queen and before is now sunset, and that's okay. Again, I don't mind if they spring that off us with a year's notice in a year's time. I feel like that would be better,
like every 3 year kind of mini sunsetting rather than yearly.
Reset.
Yeah, maybe that's a compromise.
I think I've got an idea of what they can do. Right,
there we go.
Picture this. Yeah, what you do is a new species of aliens have come about. Yeah, they've bopped into your playing field. Yeah, and they're bees. And what they do is they come down and they munch up all your armor you've got at the moment and all your guns, and you have to start again. And they'd be like, "Whoa, we didn't see this coming."
Space bees. Alien space bees.
Who would have thought it? Anyway, carry on. Get some new stuff. All that stuff's gone there.
Maybe Bungie are listening. You know, I don't know.
Call me up. I've got ideas.
Cool. Give me a call.
They are ideas.
But yeah, it seems to have sparked a lot of. It seems to be a very, very welcomed response. The community did not like how sunsetting was implemented. It didn't work. It didn't feel good. The idea of it was they had to do something. If they, it's a real tricky situation for the studio to be in, to really want this ongoing MMO game, but then also just let everything just keep on banging in the loot. So something had to happen, but it wasn't right. So it's good that they've acknowledged that. And I really respect that they've taken backward steps. They could have just stuck with it and said, no, fuck it. We've made up our mind. Sunsetting's happening. Deal with it. And I really like the fact they've gone, no, we didn't execute it well enough. We're going back to the drawing board. Have your weapons. Like, sure. I like the fact they've had the balls to admit that it didn't work, because it is easier for them to stick with it from a balancing and standpoint point of view.
Yep.
Anyway, moving on. Finally, the third part of the third and fourth part. I'll quickly go through these points. The power grind seems to be getting a little bit repetitive. Every new season, you have a new power cap that you have to grind for. They've decided to do away with that. So it makes it really good for new people jumping into the game, or people who take a break from the game jumping back in. There's no longer that big gap of, all right, I've taken 6 months off or 3 months off or missed 1 or 2 seasons, and I come back in and I'm 100 levels behind everyone and I can't do anything my mates are doing. They've done away with that power gap. And it does take away a big part of the game. And Reese was saying to me last night online that he's a little bit disappointed, because that's a part of the game that he enjoys, is grinding for power. a game, I feel a little bit different. I feel like that part of the game was getting tedious for me, and I didn't enjoy that part of the game. So I'm quite happy that that's happening. But I do see, I did once upon a time love the power grind, and I think Reese is in that place at the moment, and that's fair enough.
For someone who's played it as much as you, is like, this is your game. Like, you play hardly anything else, and that is a big couple of weeks of every season taken away from you. Like, it's good for casual gamers, like maybe if like Ash or Brad wanted to jump in, they don't have to do this long grind to catch up to us. But for you, it's like weeks of, I don't know. I find it strange that I know you've obviously been playing it a lot more seriously longer than me, and maybe you've got a bit bored of it now and you want it to be mixed up maybe, but it's like, I don't know. It's just I just
fatigued with leveling. I think it's not necessary. There is still going to be some power advantage. You can do pinnacle activities to get a pinnacle cap, but it's only, before it was plus 60 of power, now it's plus 10. So it's been dialed right back to a smaller grind, which is much more achievable for anyone jumping.
And you still got the artifact, which levels up forever throughout a season. So
I think it's good for the game overall. I think it's good for the health of the game, but it might take some stuff away. And then finally, big update here on Destiny, but they're finally nerfing Stasis, which is the power that we acquired from the icy moon of Europa that gave us the ability to freeze combatants or slow them, which, if you can think about that in a competitive environment, in a P versus P environment, wasn't particularly fun. People thought it wasn't going to be fun. It turned out it wasn't fun. Being stopped in your tracks in a competitive game mode and being shotgunned to the head just didn't feel good. It felt like there was a lack of skill incentive there. So after a lot of complaints,
everybody's running stasis, the whole place is just freeze.
Everyone's fucking frozen in the crucible like that. Yeah,
it's not as bad now, but it was toxic when it first came in. Especially with the warlocks, because they had could shoot bolts that could track you as well. It was just insane. Me and Reese are a little bit more casual in the Crucible front, so I think we had our fun with it. But the wider community that really is into their PvP competitive play, they hate it. They absolutely hate it with a passion, and it was affecting the game. And they've said, "Yep, okay, we've heard you. We're nerfing Stasis." I just hope they do it so it doesn't nerf it in PvE, because it's great to use in PvE. It sounds like they've given some preview patch notes. Sounds like it's not going to affect the PvE sandbox too much. That would be bad.
Yeah, but some big changes. So again, Bungie, whoever's on their marketing team, they really know how to hype the player base. They really know how to say the right things, and they've done it again.
Joe Blackburn.
Old Joe Blackburn is
will he be the new director?
Yeah, it's looking like it, isn't it? It's gearing up to be. But he's just having mic drop moment after mic drop moment. So, really good. I don't think there'll be any Destiny news for a while now. I think they've laid out their plans. I think that'll be it for a while.
Witch Queen
trailer
announcement, probably.
Yeah.
Build one in June, don't they? I feel like.
Yeah.
So, maybe it'll be delayed because it's coming 2020. I'm thinking
true.
The usual schedule of September, so maybe we won't. But okay, cool.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Every time you talk about Destiny, I do want to pick it up.
Fall asleep.
I know you get a lot of grief from these guys and everybody online saying Brad's shit, he always segments of shit, I'm fucking bored, I hate him, he's a mug. I don't agree with him. I do generally always think
I'm paying him, by the way.
Yeah, to be fair,
Ash, pays me a lot.
We don't tell him that, we hide them from him. This is how he finds out.
No, only
I've been paying them to say these things, to be fair. I was hoping he would find out. But...
It's Reese on spare accounts.
I do generally want to pick up Destiny, and I might download it after this, to be fair. I won't play with you guys until I get to a decent level, though, so you can't be horrible to me.
The beautiful thing is, it's free to play. You don't have to invest anything. You can download it. And it's for such a brilliant AAA release that is free to play. You've got a free to play entry point. It's worth doing. It might catch you. You might not like it, but it might grip you, and you might think, "Fucking hell, what have I been missing out on?" We've been playing the
first one. I completed the first. I had Peter Dinklage bot, and I completed that, and then I turned it off. So I'm pretty high up actually. I think you'll find all my armor shit.
I know what I'm doing.
So he won't have to do new light stuff, I guess, or would he, Fred?
I don't know. No, I don't know. Not sure. Log in and find out.
Yeah,
Oh,
log in,
mate.
yeah.
I
Download
will.
it and
I'm
log
there.
in and tell us.
Turns out all my stuff's been eaten by bees. Fuck.
Space bees, killer space bees. Yeah.
Okay, my news story of the week is, of course, the State of Play that PlayStation hosted, and it's a little bit of a disappointment once again. We've had a lot of disappointing conferences lately, and this was one of them. It's kind of to be expected, I suppose, because of this time period. We don't get the really good conferences until summer, usually. All conferences that normally happen between December to like April are normally quite a lot of indie games, a lot of like smaller titles, and they normally save the bigger things for the E3 kind of period. There was a few standouts for me personally. I don't know if you guys, what you thought of that Sifu, that Kung Fu game. I thought that looked really, really cool. And the interesting thing about the talisman that he's got on, apparently whenever you die, it's like a permadeath, and you actually, when you come back, there's like consequences and you age, and so you only have a certain amount of lives. And it's about basically avenging your family from these like deadly assassins. Generic kind of story, really, I guess. But no, I thought it looked really cool, and if the gameplay is fun, I would definitely check that out.
Do you think that'll be a full price game? Do you think it'll be
No, it'll be like 40.
Yeah.
Because the studio that made them, I think they made Absu, I think their last title was, and that was like a more cheaper indie title. So I would expect that to be another indie title, which is also 40, is Kenna, Bridge of Spirits, which I also think looks really good. I want to check that out. It looks like a CGI movie. It just looks stunning. I can't wait to see what it looks like on the PS5. And last but not least, for my standouts was Final Fantasy VII Remake, the Intergrade, which I've obviously played a remake, as I've said before on the podcast, and I'm a fan of the game. It's fantastic. And I can't wait to see what it looks like on PS5, and I can't wait to play the little DLC. And so I was in a... Go on, sorry, Brad. Go on.
Oh, God, no, sorry. I don't want to cut you off. I just don't know. I didn't really... What is the Intergrade? Well, I don't know. Is that the like the PS5 update? Performance update?
No, so the PS5 upgrade is a separate thing that you get free. The Intergrade is basically DLC of the next chapter, because obviously it's coming out in 3 or 4 parts.
Yeah.
The thing, and this Intergrade is just one chapter. So they've introduced 2 new characters that are in Final Fantasy VII, and you're basically just playing the next chapter. It's not like a full part 2.
I was going to say, so it's not the full part 2. It's chapter 1 of part 2.
Yeah.
So is that how they're going to do it, do you think? Do you think they're going to be doing it by chapters, or they will just this little teaser and then they'll bring it to? Because there's a lot of speculation whether or not the rest would come out, wouldn't there? Like, you know, with it took so long for the part 1 to come out. Will the rest ever? Yeah, and that's what held me back buying it. Yeah, to be fair, because I thought, don't want to play the first part, get really into it, like it, and then potentially not have it, or having to wait like 5 years for the next.
Yeah, absolutely not. I think there's zero chance of it not happening. And this is even more evidence, because I feel like it's always like whenever you get a PS5 upgrade, you know the sequel's around the corner. Like we got the PS5 upgrade for Jedi Fallen Order. I think that's all but confirming that we're getting a Jedi Fallen Order 2, because they've built the technology. Why would you upgrade something and give it away free, but then you're giving the DLC away as like a chargeable thing? And I think it's a given thing for like Square, because it's like, why would Square give that as free of charge? Because it's also on PS Plus, by the way. So for March PS Plus games, Final Fantasy VII Remake is a free game for the people that have that. So it's like, what are Square getting out of this? The upgrade is free. However, there's a little terms and conditions. If you get the game free from PS Plus, you do not get the PS5 upgrade for free of charge. It's only for people that have purchased it. And also the Intergrade, which is a separate DLC you have to pay for. So I would have to buy that if I wanted to play it. But I can play it on the PS5.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to buy it. I'm definitely going to play it now. It's coming to PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, no, check it out. Check it out.
Yeah, and
I probably will as well.
I don't care about the PS5 upgrade, to be honest. I'm just going to play it because, it's like, you know, I don't know who's now going to go out and buy it knowing they know it's going to be free. So
yeah, it's odd.
Yeah, but
I suppose if you went to like somewhere like CEX and picked it up for like, I don't know, cheap, and then you get the upgrade, didn't you? Is that how it
Yeah,
works?
maybe.
Because you own the physical edition, so they're like, yeah, there you go, you get the upgrade for free.
I guess so.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, if you buy the game, you put the disc in, you will get the PS5 upgrade free. Which
And
comes
does
out
that count
10th of June.
from like now to whenever? Like if I get the game and chuck it in, or is there like a certain period of time before you don't get the upgrade for free?
No, it's free.
Oh, wicked!
But
I'll
it's
just borrow it then.
But then, yeah, like I said, like you're gonna get it.
Well, you
it's
need
free.
a disc to play it though.
It's gonna be free.
Yeah, I'll borrow it for a long time.
Yeah. To be fair, he borrowed my GTA about 5 years ago. So yeah.
All right, well then you'll find
Yeah.
if that's how long you borrow a game.
If you've got
for,
any
then
games
you'll play it.
I can borrow, you're not getting them
that's
back.
it. No.
To be fair, graphically, it's really impressive. I don't know what the PS4 version will look better on PS5 because I've not played it, but just playing it on a PS4 Pro, I was really impressed. And because it obviously came out last year before Last of Us, which was really impressive visually.
Yeah.
But that was like the first one where it was like, oh wow, we're really like entering to the end of the generation where there's like a scene like you see all the cutscenes. I don't know if you did see the trailers, but that is literally gameplay. Like there's like a scene where he's on the train and you're like, okay, you're just watching a CGI trailer here. And then the camera just turns and all of a sudden you're playing. You're like, holy shit, like this is, it's really impressive. So, but I was on a Discord while watching the state of play with my friend Christian, who's a massive Final Fantasy fan, and he was like close to like tears. He's like a massive fan. So I get why they made it like that one more thing.
He should we laugh at, son?
So I was expecting them to give us that one more thing, but I was just expecting it to be a Horizon. So that's why I was a little bit disappointed. I kind of thought that was like a slam dunk. So yeah, that was it. That was the state of play, really.
That's good. I'm happy.
So what about the God of War news? Horizon.
There was no God of War news, and I wasn't expecting there to be God of War news.
Zero.
Ratchet and Clank must have been Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, big one.
No? Horizon.
No, they had their
Horizon.
own separate state of play.
Horizon? No.
What a shit show.
Oh, yeah, it was really shit, and I'll say the way.
Why do I look forward to things anymore? This is why I
Yeah.
don't do it anymore.
Yeah,
I like
To be
shit.
fair, the one that they did during this period last year, it wasn't last year, but it was in December 2019. They opened it with
It
Untitled
wasn't
Goose
last year.
Game.
Stop lying, in Reese. It wasn't last year, was it? December
2019, but this
Wasn't
is still
time
there.
last year.
This window, they didn't do one at all like this
liar.
time last year.
You
We
liar.
got one in December 2019, and they opened it with Untitled Goose Game, and it was all
That's
a
a
load
good
of
game.
indie games.
To be fair, that's a really good game. I really enjoyed that.
All right, well, there might be some good games in there. There were some good indie games in there. There was one that looked a bit like Journey and stuff. I don't think it's made by the same people, but
The one thing I took away from the state of play was Oddworld Soulstorm is going to be free in April, PlayStation Plus.
Yeah,
For PS4.
I've already been
care about
told.
that game at all.
I've already been told to download that because it was such a good game.
Yeah,
I probably won't.
I won't. Even though it's
add it to
free,
my
I still
library.
won't play it. I just don't care about that game at all.
Chuck it in my library forever.
But that is quite an impressive
Yeah.
thing that they're giving. Do you reckon like the PS Plus has been really, really good? Like we're getting Final Fantasy VII like this month in March. Obviously, we had Control the month before. I believe Destruction All Stars is staying in PS Plus. We're also getting Ratchet and Clank PS4.
Yeah, I've downloaded that.
Least we forget Bug Snacks.
Yeah, come on, Reese. Come on.
Yeah, I never got it. I never got it when it was
Thanks
free.
last year. So we've had some really, really good. I don't think PlayStation are ever going to do a Game Pass, but if they can give us really, really good games, you know, and PS Plus each month, it's really good.
They have had their ropey months as well, though. Like 1 month, it was Farming Simulator. That was a bit. He's like, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Not even
since the
not
PS5
even 20.
one.
It was the older one as well.
Yeah.
Wasn't even the latest one.
And I got really annoyed when they took Pro Evo off of it. It was like Pro Evo's on PlayStation Plus. I was like, oh sweet, I'm going to download that. They're like, no, it's not. It's been replaced by. I can't remember what it got replaced by.
Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Yeah, it might have been that. Yeah, something completely.
Again, you could pick that up for like a tenner.
Yeah, I know, but you know,
Not free.
wanted to play some soccer. You know, I just wanted to play some
Soccer
soccer.
boy.
You play
Five-
soccer?
five-
You play soccer? It's football.
Five-a-side soccer eights.
Yeah,
Wow.
I wanted to shoot some of those goals. You know, in the goal hole. That's what
Absolutely.
Go.
But
Yeah,
I reckon.
I'm on a
Nash.
gaming podcast. Sorry, mate. I'm on a gaming podcast, but I didn't realise there was loads of other free games for PSN, like God of War and that, and Days
Yeah,
Gone.
The collection, yeah.
Yeah,
You
I didn't know.
realise, okay,
I'm such a noob. I went on there. I was like, it's free. I'm going to download a load of these games.
Persona 5. If you've got 200 hours, 200 hours spare, you can Just
I want to. I do want to play it one day because it's supposed to be like a masterpiece of it.
I think we have to wait for another pandemic when we're all furloughed, and then that's when you can play it. You know, maybe
play a bit.
To look forward to.
No. Slightly disappointing because I wanted the one last thing to be Horizon. I didn't expect it to be Final Fantasy. Maybe we'll get a deep dive. It'll get its own state of play. Like Last of Us got its own one. Ghost of Tsushima got its own one last year. Maybe like April, June time. So maybe that's what it'll get. It'll just get its own event, which kind of makes sense. And that's what I would expect. Probably May. I would expect it to be.
I did see a story. And I feel like we broke this news, so I think it was like they must have listened to us and stole it. That saying that God of War, it probably won't come out this year. And I was like, no shit.
We're claiming that.
I'm pretty sure I saw that on everything.
That's outrageous,
Brett. So it's I called that. I said so that's
It's not officially happened yet. It is a 2021 game. We're getting God of War.
Imagine if it does actually come out this year. Fucking egg on our faces.
I can't wait.
I would love to be wrong because I really want to play that game, but I just don't.
I reckon it's going to come out this year and be shit. There you go. That's my judgment.
We changed the format of the podcast so that we said the word.
It's all shit.
Less. He's dragging it down.
You could not call God of War shit.
I don't know.
No,
we'll wait.
Impossible.
Cyberpunk was meant to be good.
Anyway.
True, don't do that to me, please. I ain't got much to hope. That is one thing I've got clinging on to life is that God of War will be great. Oh, wow.
Bad times.
Dreams are gone.
See you later, people.
Anyway, end of our news stories. We'll go on to the Brad segment, whatever it is this week.
The Brad segment.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. What is it this week, Brad?
This week is some people loved it, some people hated it, but it's a return of a topic, and it is.
It's a long one.
It's This Day in Gaming. It's back.
Yes. At last.
Yeah.
Thank God for that.
It actually tied in really well because it was something else I was going to bring up. So I've got, This Day in Gaming. In the 1st of March 2005, Star Wars Republic Commando was released on the Xbox. Okay, so, and as we've learned, it's getting like a remaster onto the Switch and the PS4 and also the PS5. Just thought I'd bring in Star Wars Republic Commando. So it follows the tale of Delta Squad, elite group of clone commandos through 3 missions during the Clone Wars. The game covers Delta Squad's activities in 3 locations: the planet Geonosis, a derelict Acclamator class assault ship designated the Prosecutor, and the planet Kashyyyk. It's first-person squad-based game, so you play as boss. You sort of see like the field of view. He's heads up display, and you can issue commands to the other clones. It's just really good. I remember playing it. As I say, I played it back when it came out on the Xbox. It wasn't, from what I remember, it wasn't a very long game, but it was platinum
as well.
Exactly. Yeah, they've put all new trophies into it. I'm pretty sure I read that it's got DualSense controller support as well for the PS5, which is cool.
That is cool.
And it's coming out onto the consoles there on the 6th of April. So I will go in again and get it and play it because it's been 15 years since I played it, so it's quite good.
Yep. But I've never played it. It's a rare Star Wars game I didn't play.
It's right. It's good that I remember particularly like in the Acclamator class when you like board this derelict like ship, and it was just it was really cool. Good that's a good Star Wars first person shooter. The weapons are different. You've kind of got like this, like obviously like they're commandos, so they've got special weapons, and it's kind of like a grenade launcher, and he switches to a sniper, and it's an assault rifle. They have shields, so it's kind of like you're a little bit like a clone Master Chief. If you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was going to say that, a little bit like Master Chief. I remember you raving about it. You loved it. I never played it, but I remember you really enjoyed it.
Really liked it, yeah. And I actually found it in the loft the other day, like the original. But it seems like every game I pulled out of the loft is getting a remaster.
I pulled out of the loft.
Yeah,
can you go pull Destiny 1 out of the loft?
Yeah, I'll go get this. I'll find Destiny 1 in the loft, put it out, and then Metal Gear. Paul. Yeah. So
Hopefully
yeah.
we've got Final Fantasy out there. That way I get the upgrade for free.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump back in there, have another look around.
But yeah, no, I just thought, I thought it tied in really well. I know Reece said you're going to play it, Ash. I don't know if Ash and Brad are going to give it a go.
I might do. If it's, maybe. You know what I mean?
Because I thought it was just a port, but then I read, it's actually a remaster. So, and it's
is it a remaster?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Aspire are doing it, and they done the original game. So, yeah,
maybe.
Didn't they get bought out? They're the ones that got bought out by the other studio doing the Old Republic remake.
I don't know. No? If I said I knew, I'd be lying. So
yeah, I feel like that was a news story like a few weeks ago.
Yeah, but it's a bit of a random game. 2 remaster out. I know there was a number 2 in development, but then it kind of got so long and it just got scrapped, so the sequel never come out. But 6th of April, that comes out, and that was this week's This Day in Gaming. So
nice, good one.
I think it's been a break.
When does the remake come out? Not
6th
remake,
of April.
remaster. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, remaster 6th of April.
6th of April. Cool.
Yeah, it's had a break and it's come back hitting. Back hitting. Yeah,
apparently, there's a trophy called Squeaky Clean, and you've got to do the whole mission without getting any bug juice on you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that might be on the Kashyyyk level when there's all those the Geonosia level where those Geonosians around. So, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
I remember it finishes actually as well because it's set between 2 and 3.
Oh, spoilers!
I'm not going to spoil it.
He's going to tell us.
But
Darth Vader comes and kill you.
That's basically It's but Darth Vader and Darth Revan. He travel through the future. He just turns out.
Shit, son! I'm going to play this game.
Wow, Kylo Ren, is he in it?
Yeah,
nice shit.
Yeah, you got them all in there. There's that blue milk alien thing that looks like
with big alien titties.
Yeah, that's there. That's how you get some milk if you want.
This has just got weird.
Yeah, it's got weird. It ends in a way where there definitely should have been a sequel, and I think it would have been really good. But
it might happen.
Maybe they're testing the waters with this.
Yeah, if we all buy it.
Yeah, if our 4 sales will obviously push it over. So looking forward to it. And that was this week's This Day in Gaming.
Did we get the jingle again?
You want the jingle again?
I want the jingle again.
Yeah, it's a bit long.
Yeah, go on.
There you go.
Perfect. Yeah. That wasn't all of it.
I cut it off. I got bored. So,
it's done. That is it. Okay, so I think that is it for that segment. So we'll go on to what we've been playing this week. Ash, do you want to kick it off, mate? What have you been playing?
Yeah, I've been playing. It was a Tale of Woe for my gaming experience this week / last week. So I started playing Hitman. As you all know, I'm really loving it. If you're a Hitman fan, get a new one. I'm sure you already have. It's brilliant. So I completed it, and then I was going through doing all the different assassinations, loving life, and then I saw a little thing that said download number 2, and I was like, oh, I've got number 2. I'll do that. Went onto it. Long old process. Right pain in the ass. And I thought, do that. Loads of warnings come up. Didn't bother reading them. Just click through them. I was like, whatever.
Why would you?
I know how to play a game, mate. I'm not stupid. So I've done all that. Downloaded it. Finally done it. Went done. Brilliant. Right. I'll have a look at that later on. I'll carry on playing number 3. Went to go load up my game. I was like, my game's gone. Like all my save, like all my achievements that I've done through. So my achievements still there, but all my challenges, they all seem to be gone. That's weird. Turn it off, turn it back on again. Went, there's still nothing there. This last week I've put into this game. That's really odd. Looked it up. First thing it says, if you've already completed number 3, do not download number 2 because it will wipe your number 3 achievements. And I was like, that's annoying, isn't it? So spent this week going all back through it, and I've fully completed it this time. I've done everything on that game. I didn't get a platinum because you've got to do some online stuff, and I'm not about that life. I'm not about playing with people who are way better than me and grinding to get them. So I didn't get.
You're not going to like Destiny then, playing with me.
Nah, well, playing with Reece, I've heard he's the real. I'm playing with Brad. Sorry, I heard he's the real gamer.
Yeah, he's the real deal. Yeah.
But so I've been doing that, but I have finally completed that again. I really enjoyed it, and I played the Resident Evil demo. I'm sure everyone saw on Instagram. Brad posted that of my gameplay. But yeah, no, that was really good. Really enjoyed that. Very short, as we all knew it was anyway. But Yeah, no, it's brilliant. It's more of the same. Even though I watched the trailer, watched the gameplay of it, the demo, I still jumped at bits when you got like a body thrown at you and shit, and you was like, "Oh, fucking hell, that's intimidating."
Yeah,
It
looks really good.
It really is. It really is. It really is a good game. It's one of them. I think if you start playing it, even if you're not into horror game, the story's going to want to pull you through because you're going to want to know what happens. So it's like, well, I'll just carry on playing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I played that, and lastly, I downloaded Days Gone last night. And I don't know if that's had an update, like graphical update for PlayStation 5. It did. I was going to say,
60,
the PlayStation 4 version when I was playing it was absolute dog shit.
I tell you what, the graphics on there are bloody amazing, mainly because you're mostly in the rain. And I was like, "Cool, that looks really good." Like, I don't know what the lag's going to be like. I ain't come across the Horde yet, but the graphics like on his shirt and that where he's all wet, it's it's really, really, really good. But yeah, playing that. Really good game, but I don't know, maybe I'm just playing it wrong, but I'll have like a rifle and then I'll see somebody's got a better rifle, so I'll shoot them and I'll take their rifle.
Real life?
This is in real life.
Okay.
I'm trying to get some tips from people. No, in the game, I shoot them and take their rifle and I'm like, I've got no bullets. I'm like, but this is the same gun. This one's just got like a magazine on it, but I can't take those bullets, so that's quite annoying. So if you pick up a new gun, it automatically starts out with no bullets in it. But no, I'm enjoying that. But that's pretty much all I've been doing this week is just playing.
Maybe that's part of the survival horror part where you're supposed to have like limited bullets.
Yeah, limited bullets.
And obviously you've got so many enemies. And it's like, oh my God, I've got 4 bullets.
You just got to leg it.
Yeah, exactly.
It even says on there, fight and flight. Sometimes better just to run. Because I thought I'll take on these zombies. Then I looked around and there was about 14 of them. I was like, nah, fuck that. I've only got a bat. Batting their heads to pieces. I'm just going to run off. I run off and got my motorbike and pissed off.
Yeah. Talking about zombie games where you got like bullets and stuff. What's that game coming out in the summer? Back for Blood?
Yeah, kind of like it's like Left 4 Dead. Yeah.
Yeah. Same people are doing it. I can't wait for that. That should be a good co-op game.
That'd be a good, good game that we can all get into. Yeah.
We'll stream or something.
We'll set up the old Twitch for that.
Yeah. No, it looks really fun, arcadey.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, Left 4 Dead was good. Like you had to, obviously you could play it singly, but it was a hell of a lot better experience when you was playing together. I think I mentioned before there was an achievement like just carrying a gnome for the entire level and not like killing anyone, and I done that, and everyone else had to protect me because I was carrying a gnome around.
These types of games I just can't play by myself anymore. Yeah. Just like because I play so many like looter games, just playing these types of games by yourself, it feels like a tedious, like you're doing a job. But then when you're doing it with friends, it doesn't. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, but yeah, absolutely. Cool.
I'm sure we'll all do something wrong and then Reese won't play with us anymore. He'll be like, I'm not playing anymore. You don't listen to me.
He ain't played the Division with us for a while now. He just,
No, I had to delete it because I haven't got enough storage on my PS5.
I thought he was going to go back and I've never finished it. I thought he was going to finish it.
It doesn't take me long to download it. I need to. I can delete Control now. I had to download some other games. And it was like, this is like 112. I'm not going to play in the next week. It won't take long.
Did you see Sony said they're putting, we can expand the storage this summer?
Yeah, I need it desperately.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
They've said they're going to
like cloud storage?
No, they're going to unlock
SSD.
the SSD compatibility because at the moment you can't.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I thought because we spoke about it before it came out and like the storage and everyone was like, oh, it's not enough. And I was thinking, no, you can juggle, it's fine. It'll probably be like a year or two before that fills up. Wow, no, I'm already juggling.
I just want to juggle
looter games.
I just want to juggle more. I don't need it, but it's nice to have, like, even if I'm going to play that game once every 3 months, I still want it there. Like, I just want it there.
Yeah, it's because I've got like Avengers on there, I've got Destiny on there, then I had Division. Do you know what I mean? I've got so many games that are just sat there, and then I've still got Assassin's Creed on there, which I ain't picked up for ages, and then I've got I've
got like GTA 5, which is there, but I'm waiting for the update to come out. I've got Cyberpunk, which I'm waiting for the PS5. I don't need them. I'm not playing them. Well, Cyberpunk's on there because I'm waiting for the PS5 update.
Cyberpunk's getting deleted off mine.
I'm waiting for that to get good. Like at the end of the year, when all the roadmaps done, I'll play it.
I'll download it again. I will play it, but for the time being, there's no point it being on there because I'm not gonna.
So we do a little review of it. I might have to replay it because I probably would forget.
Yeah, I need. I've
already forgotten it.
Delete. Yeah.
Go on, Brad. Sorry. Go.
No, I just need to do that. I just need to start deleting the ones I'm not playing, but I just like to have them there so they're ready to go. But it's just a mindset thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, I delete all mine when I'm not playing them. Once I complete them, I delete them.
Once I get a plat,
Clean.
delete. Although I kind of feel a little bit. I haven't deleted Control yet. Although I've got the plat, I was kind of like, do I want to still do the DLC because it's so good? But then I'm like, I've got the platinum, so I've kind of lost the motivation. Although do you know what I mean? It's like
this is the problem with platinum hunting. This is the problem because you want to play the game to enjoy, and you're like, I can't because I've got the platinum. Otherwise, I got to do some wall work.
I've done it. I've achieved what I wanted to do. So it's just like, Anyway, Brad, what have you been playing this week?
Don't ask me that question. Ask me what I've been doing in Destiny this week.
Okay.
Yeah, what have you been doing in Destiny, mate?
What have you been doing as a Guardian this week? What hive bowl person you've been popping heads off?
I've gone up to the Presage mission. Did that in they've released a difficult version of it, a master difficulty where you get the catalyst for the Dead Man's Towel cowboy rifle. So I've been doing that. We did that last night. A lot of fun, that mission. And it's also
we did it really good. We had a lot of time.
Yeah.
I was quite surprised.
We're really good at that game, Reese.
We are. We are.
We
will carry you, Ash, mate. You can come in with your.
I don't need carrying, mate. I've got
Guardian.
all the guns. I've got the cowboy gun Brad just said about. I've got it, completed it.
You got it, yeah. You got the old-fashioned.
All of it.
It's like straight out of Red Dead. This gun, you'd love it.
Oh, hello. Do you get to clean your horse? Is there a horse?
It makes like a sound though, like a
nay.
I love when you reload it. It sort of flicks it up as well.
Yeah, it does a spin when you reload it and stuff.
Everything's cool about it.
I love Red Dead Redemption.
And it's
don't we all?
Iron Banner week this week, which is Lord Saladin has returned to the tower and invited Guardians in for some Iron Banner competitive playlist. So I've been doing a bit of that. That's it.
New Battleground this week? I think it was.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah, new Battleground. So that's part of the seasonal activity. It's taken us onto the under areas of Nessus, a planet. It's one of, what is Nessus? Is Nessus one of like Jupiter's moons? No, not Jupiter. That's Europa.
No.
Because they're all real places, aren't they?
No, I think it's a.
Is it a planet?
I think it's a planet in another solar system.
Is it the moon? Is it
I don't know.
Sun?
Maybe I have no idea. Move on.
Anyway, the battleground is on Nessus, which is a lovely little planet, and it's a really good battleground. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. The battleground's good. I think they are going to get tedious. I'm already getting a little bit bored of doing them, but they serve a purpose. And
sorry, I was going to say something about Nessus, and I thought, you know what? I am not going to do that.
Just got to let it go.
Let it go. Cool. Cool. Well, I've also been playing Destiny Surprise, so I won't go over what Brad just said because I've basically done the same as him. I've already said I've Platinum Control, so I achieved that. And the other game that I played this week was Outriders. So I played the demo, which I did stream on my Twitch thing. And yeah, it's okay. It's similar. It's another looter game. I think the most it's similar to is Diablo, if you like that. It's very like co-op-y, it's a lot of loot, you're picking up stuff. The gameplay is kind of a cross between Division and Destiny. It's like Division because it's like a bit of a cover shooter, but they don't want you to cover. They like incentivize you because you're a lot faster, you got abilities. I chose the Trickster, which can manipulate time. So you can create these like bubbles where you slow enemies down, and then you like do this like melee thing where you have this like sword. And you like disintegrate people, they turn into skeletons and they blow up. It's quite cool. It seems like the most overpowered ones with the other people I was playing with. I was playing with some friends. They were on PC actually. It was quite cool because we was doing it on crossplay. And they were on PC, which is pretty cool. But yeah, no, the gameplay is okay. I prefer Destiny personally. I actually prefer Avengers and Anthem gameplay personally. But if it's actually got a good story to it and it's actually got an end game, then obviously people would jump in. Another probably comparison would be Borderlands, if you like that as well. So if you like all these types of games, it's good. It's a demo. It's there. It's free. Give it a try. It's on everything. So, I don't know if I would buy it. I'm never going to pre-order a looter game ever again, just because it's all about the end game and you just don't know. Like if there's something to do once you've actually leveled up, then I might give it a go. But yep.
Unless it's a Star Wars game.
Yeah, if Star Wars, I'll buy it straight away.
Yeah, unless it's some
Bring
license
out a
thing.
Star Wars like card game, and I'll have it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, unless it's
That'd be brilliant, actually.
Yeah.
That's why I don't really regret getting Avengers, because I just like Marvel. I just like playing as whatever
you keep
superhero.
telling yourself
It's
that,
fun.
mate.
No, it's the truth. I really enjoy it. It's the truth. It's good. It's great. Got my friend I play with. It's great. Great co-op game. I can't wait for Gotham Knights. It's going to be good.
Anyway, I've been playing a game. I've been playing a game. Yeah, it's called FA, and it stands for.
It's a new FIFA.
Stands for Flip All. Yeah, no, I haven't played anything this week. I was meant to download Control and start that.
I think it was like Destiny, though.
Yeah, you nearly did.
Yeah, no, haven't played anything. But in my little bit, I'm going to tell listeners what games are out. What games are out on the PlayStation Plus this month. March. Yeah, just so they know. So we've already said that Final Fantasy Remake 7 Remake is free in March.
Yep.
We've also got Farpoint, which is a PSVR game. We've got Remnant from the Ashes, and we have. I don't know how to pronounce this. It's a PS5 game. Marquee. I don't know.
I'll go Marquee, I think.
Yeah, Marquee. But I didn't think that's how you spelled Marquee. But yeah, Marquee. So 4 games this month.
Played Farpoint. It was good. It was a good game. That was one that come with the VR gun.
Farpoint was the alien thing.
Yeah. It was creepy as fuck. You walk through these caves and there's like these spiders that you just because you're in VR, you just got your peripheral vision and you just see these fucking spiders coming either side.
Yeah, that's why I had a VR unit. I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah, Brad won't be able to play that.
No, thank you.
They're bringing out a new VR, aren't they? I know we're probably going to cover it at some point. I'm looking forward to that. I'm really glad that they're still pushing it, because I think there's legs in it still, and I don't want them to let it go, because I really want it to be good. Even if it's just like this, you don't have to have a telly anymore and you just have a VR headset on. That'd be fucking mind blowing. Keep doing it, Sony.
We know how to blow Ash's mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Get rid of the TV. It's how to blow
just put in a headset.
Does the Switch blow your mind that there's no? You don't have to have the TV. You can take it out, and it's like there's no TV.
Going back to what we're not meant to be doing. The Switch is shit. Don't buy one.
Whoa!
Hey!
When was the last time you picked the Switch up? When was the last time you picked the Switch up?
Right now, bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't
go.
Because you don't technically need a TV now for PSVR. You can turn your TV off. It's just
that's what I mean. Yeah, I know, but I want it to be good graphics. I don't want to get attacked by spiders.
There's a lot of holes in these things.
There's definitely not. There's nothing. Never a hole. You just don't want to look for them.
You can cover it next week on your topic or news if you want to. But
fantastic.
We'll move on to Brad. Sorry, Reese
has just had like an absolute meltdown.
I had a stroke there. I was thinking, I thought Brad was going to take over.
Yeah, no. So
that's fast.
That's it. So that's it for this this week's normal part of the podcast. We're going to move on to our Wandavision spoiler review. So if you're sticking around for that, you're going to be spoiled. I know Brad's going to jump out.
No, Brad's staying in. It's his own fault. He should have listened to it.
Because he can give us an update of how he's doing with the MCU before he goes.
Just cut me off. It's fine.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Sorry, mate. Go. Keep going.
Oh, no. He's thrown a swat for the audio listeners. He's thrown a swat. He's smashing shit up in his room.
He's going mad.
Yeah, water.
He's having some water.
Going mad. He's drinking water.
This is vodka. That's vodka.
All right. Christ.
So
Brad. Yeah, just say where you're at.
I'm dipping out because I could have watched it, but I've been told that it's really spoiler heavy, and I still don't know who Vision is, which is probably not a good place to be for Wandavision.
To watch this one.
Yeah,
he's in the title, mate. But
yeah, I'm on phase 2. I watched Thor. No, or Wanda.
There you go.
yeah, for that matter.
Kind of screwed there, ain't you?
I watched the second Thor film yesterday, which was The Dark World. Pretty good. Yeah, Captain America next, and Guardians of the Galaxy. So I'm going to smash out those 2 this afternoon.
Nice.
And then I think then I've got an Avengers film, and that takes me into phase 3.
Yeah, Age of Ultron, which will introduce.
Which is ideal. That's the best one.
That's the one you need. You need to watch that one.
Yeah.
Once you're on phase 3, you can you'll get what's going on. I guess.
Not for this episode. He needs to watch he needs to watch all of them for this episode. Really?
Right.
Yeah, you
I'll
need to
get
watch
there.
Endgame. You need to be completely up to date. Yeah.
I watched about last weekend before last. I watched about 5 films, and then last week I didn't watch any. But yeah, I know I can cram them in.
I bet your missus loves you, don't she? You're just sitting there just watching.
She's actually quite enjoying them herself. She's
watching them with
actually,
me.
Oh,
yeah.
nice. That's all right.
I know. I'm actually surprised because she
spending
hates.
some time. You
So-
for Destiny.
She hates you.
She's so pleased.
I know,
Anything
yeah.
but Destiny.
Yeah, literally, she's watching. Like she
Yeah.
hates it, but it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's not me on Destiny, so she's lapping it up.
You're not just grunting at her, ignoring her, asking for a tea.
Yeah.
Destiny.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, I'll jump out so you can talk about it. Yeah, cool.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Cheers, mate.
Cool.
Okay, yeah. So before we go into the Wandavision, yeah, thanks for listening. You can get in touch with us on all our social media platforms. So Instagram and Twitter are at PTPlayerspod. Facebook is the Part-Time Players Podcast, and our Gmail is ptplayerspod@gmail.com. YouTube is Part-Time Players Pod. If you want to subscribe over there, that'd be great. And if you do subscribe, like the video, smash the thumbs up button, because I don't know, it just helps, and it's it doesn't, it's also, don't cost you anything, and just helps us.
Please.
And then leave a comment if you
While I remember, old Sailor Boy, he did leave a comment, and so he's getting a little shout out from me.
He did, yeah.
If you're real, if you're a real person, I'll give you a shout out.
Yeah.
If you're just a bot calling us sexy boys, you're not going to get a shout out, I'm afraid.
No, sorry.
Okay,
Sorry,
that's the
You
rule.
literally just gave that person that thing a shout out, but
But listen, any more? No more shout outs.
No more. Those
no
got
more.
one, but
Yeah.
any future ones.
Sailor
we're not
Boy,
gonna do.
legend.
Yeah. So yeah, be like Sailor Boy. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, and new episodes every Monday. Wherever you get your platforms. Wherever you get your podcast. Sorry.
Yeah, we are everywhere.
Yeah.
Spread in.
There's one place we're not, and that
Where's
is
that?
on the Sonos app, like the Sonos.
Oh,
app. Yeah,
okay.
we're not on that.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
that can be
Yeah, but
fixed.
That's not a good one, that one, so don't worry about it. Don't go on that one.
Yeah, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Podbean, probably on Buzzsprout. I don't know.
Yep. Amazon.
Alexa, YouTube. We're everywhere. We're actually space bees. We're everywhere.
We're everywhere. We're munching. We're munching everything up.
Yeah, so
That's the noise I make.
yeah. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, really
The
annoying.
screaming.
Not only are they destroying all that work you've done, they're hurting your ears.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks for listening. And if you're jumping out now, we'll see you. You'll hear us next week. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. So I will go on to do the little quick recap. So
And this
episode
is
8.
Spoilers, people.
Oh yeah, this is spoilers. So it's called Previously On ... And obviously continues on from last week's episode. And Agnes is obviously what's her name again? Sorry,
Agatha Harkness.
Sorry. And she's in the basement with Wanda, basically interrogating her. And the whole thing is she wants to know how Wanda has basically created this world. So it's almost like going back in time, and when they go through the doors of various stages in Wanda's life. So it starts off with her as a child with her family in Sokovia, and then watching Dick Van Dyke shows, the sitcoms, which obviously influenced each episode. And then obviously there's a few others, but I'll try and keep it short. Then they go to the last one, which obviously reveals what happened actually in S.H.I.E.L.D. and whether or not she actually took Vision's body or not, which obviously the whole thing was a lie from Woodward or Woodard. Haywood, sorry. I'm completely, that's a very lied thing, Jesus Christ. She was just grieving at the window, and she kind of did her powers, and quite touching moment where she said she can't feel them anymore, and she went back into her car, and there was a letter left there, which I imagine was by Agnes, I guess, to lure her into the town, I suppose.
I thought that was from Vision.
Was that from Vision?
I thought it was like that was their plan after all of this was done to start a life there, and he bought that plot of land.
Maybe.
I could be well wrong, but the way it had
makes
the heart
more sense
it.
now. I just presumed it was her luring her there, but that does make sense. Then obviously she goes to the town, like you said, and there's like a plot for a house that's not been built yet. So what you're saying probably does make more sense. And out of pure grief and sadness, she creates this complete virtual world, sending back to the 50s, 60s, whatever, and completely recreates Vision. So the whole thing is not his body that she's reanimating. She's literally created him out of her imagination, which is probably the same for the two children. Billy and Tommy is probably the exact same thing. And then obviously makes sense why he can't now leave the dome. It then cuts to, obviously, from the flashbacks to Agnes basically doing a one-liner drop saying it's chaos that you're using, chaos magic, and you are the Scarlet Witch. Oh, so shocking. Surprise. And then to kick it off, before obviously we go into our little chat about it, there was a mid-credit scene, same as last week, where we see White Vision, I think he's known as in the comics. And obviously Hayward, whatever, has had him the whole time, and they've reanimated by using the Wanda's powers, which was on the drone, the Stark drone, which they put in the 80s drone. And he's now going to go in there. So I can see how it's probably going to end with the last episode next week. So very, very good episode as always. Obviously, I'm intrigued of how they're now going to end it. I feel like we're getting to the end point now. Did you guys like the episode?
I thought it was brilliant episode.
Mm-hmm. I think it's obviously Hayward was he's the bad guy. Agnes doesn't have anything to do with it. She wants to know how.
She just wants to know how she come that powerful.
And then she said, Ashley's theory about Vision and bought it probably makes sense. I think at one point she says she felt the magic and then she got lured there. She went there because she felt.
Yeah, I was wondering that.
Okay, I didn't hear.
I was wondering if it was if it was a case she was just there, that's where she lived. I thought that would have been quite a good point. If she's just there, that's where she lived, and then she's just turned up and she's like, "Whoa, what the fuck's going on here? I can see what's going on," but she actually got lured there. So that was quite interesting.
And you saw that she's 100 years old as well, because she was she was around in Salem when they was doing like witch trials, but she was a witch, so she's not like a normal witch, because she like the other witches tried to kill her, didn't they? And
she just absorbed
her mum as well. Yeah,
she seemed to be like she was quite. She didn't seem like she wanted to be that bad, but she just couldn't help herself. She was super powerful, and she kept people was becoming aware of. People was becoming aware of the cults, and that's probably where she probably done something. That's where Salem all kicked off, because they got aware of their presence or something like that. But
I hope Hayward isn't just
good.
Sorry, mate. Sorry, I cut you off there before you stop.
No
I hope Hayward is not the big bad. Like it seems like, I hope he's someone else secretly, or there's like Nightmare, or do you know what I mean? I hope there is like an actual big bad.
Everyone was saying it was going to be Mephisto. It's not. Like, Mephisto's not in it. Reed Richards in it. Although they did say there's another big cameo that hasn't happened yet. So obviously that's going to have to happen next week. It turns out that
could the cameo be himself? Not the cameo, but the actor that he's always wanting to act with is actually Paul Bettany himself.
Oh, what,
is
Paul
he an
Bettany,
actual
as
troll
Paul Bettany?
He always wanted to act with himself.
Wow.
Is that what it is?
I don't think.
I think it should be Deadpool.
Deadpool.
He just rolls in,
Reynolds
just shoots him straight in the head. Done.
Another interesting thing from this week's episode, it turns out that it's not dimensions like everyone was saying about like Pietro. It was her just pretending. Agatha was just pretending as a brother, using like her memories, playing on her memories and that. So like she said, he's not his body. She couldn't get his body because he's another continent and he's full of holes. So that's again. That
it was just super clever, the way they done it. Like, why use that actor? For everyone. They've done that. They've done that to mess
way
with
of doing it, but it's not. Oh, there's dimensions and this and that. Well, there might be in the last episode, but it doesn't seem that way. She's just playing on her grief.
Yeah.
I'm still looking forward to who the big cameo is going to be.
I know it's already said it wouldn't be Doctor Strange, but I feel like it has to be Doctor Strange. It's too. It may where is he? He's supposed to be protecting her from magic.
He's in New York.
This big magical event happening with witches and things. He's like, what's he having a tea?
Have to turn up,
He has to turn up in the last episode and help her somehow. I don't. I don't know. It just makes too much sense for it to be him now.
I wonder if her magic's more powerful than his. I know he's meant to be the ultimate, but she has created life. You know what I mean? I know they can change it every time they want, whoever they want to be more powerful than the next.
When you say
person.
she, which one?
I'm talking about Scarlet Witch. Yeah, Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange.
Well, something definitely is going to kick off because obviously she's going to realise that her children ain't real. So that's just going to be even worse. She's probably going to have a confrontation with Vision, and he's not going to know who she is because he's
going to have to kill him all over again. Yeah,
kill him
it's
over
going to be heartbreaking,
again,
probably.
Or he'll change and he'll remember, and he'll be, alive
green again.
But it was a good episode. Getting a lot of filling in some backstory, like you say, Haywood is a liar because he didn't take his body. He was there, and she walks into the room. Oh, I want to bury him. He's next of kin. I loved him. I want to bury him. Oh, okay, yeah. Look at him. He's in bits.
Yeah, he's done that on purpose, though, wasn't he? He done that to get a reaction out of her.
It's just
because I think he was hoping she was going to be able to bring him back to life when she went down, because she done the thing with the old redness, didn't she?
Yeah.
But he definitely done that on purpose. Like, oh, what's that? You want to bury him? Look at that down there. Look, that's his head. Look, we're drilling into it.
Yeah, and he's saying
they're going for the emotional thing, aren't they?
He isn't he wasn't a person. He didn't have a soul or a consciousness. He basically the way he sees him is it's a bit of property that the government own. That's and it's not.
So was he got 4 billions worth of
vibranium?
Vibranium.
The thing is though, he's not really the AI part of it was owned by Tony Stark. The government didn't have anything to do with his creation.
Not at all. No.
Yeah, because he was one of the ones that signed the Soviet Accord, I suppose, Soviet Accord, but. Yeah, they don't really have anything to do with him. And he said he didn't want to be used as a weapon or anything, but they're just going against all that just so they can, bring this super weapon back to life. So
yeah, I think they're probably a bit what Ash said a few weeks ago, where they're probably just going to end it with a more emotional thing. And I think it is going to be she has to make a choice, either stay in this reality or end it and save everybody. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be she has to choose once again, like she did in Infinity War, where it's Vision's there and it's what do I do? And then she has to kill him and kill everything.
It's interesting. It is interesting because saying about Quicksilver earlier on, they got a list of everyone in a town and they was this guy's played by so and so, and they knew everyone. When when Quicksilver come on, they didn't say, "Oh, that's Mr. Smith who lives there playing him." They was just as shocked. So maybe she created him out of Agnes just kind of created him, or she brought him in. But at one of the earlier episodes they said there was 2 people they didn't know who it was, and it was Agnes and someone else. So maybe he was the other person. I don't know.
Or maybe he's going to be a cameo.
A husband,
her husband. She mentions her husband Ralph
a lot,
lot, and we've never seen him. Is he Nightmare? Is he
Mr. Scratches? That's but then it could be a son or something. I don't know, but it's just
I think the rabbit is probably maybe that she can probably turn into Quicksilver. I reckon it's probably the rabbit is Quicksilver, but I reckon our husband, which will be the reveal, maybe he's played by a big actor, will be Nightmare or something. I don't know. I
like John Cena.
I'm just hoping it's something bigger than hoping something is more than just some, I don't know, Haywood. I just don't want him to be the big bad.
You want there to be more powerful,
something interesting. You know what I mean?
It's going to be interesting.
Because
that would be good. Yeah, he's just been bopping around. Nobody's noticed.
He said, exactly.
You knew, as soon as you saw him, and he was she was you took over from my mum. You're the best person for the job. As soon as you knew him, bloody guy in a suit, you're like, he's the bad guy. He's going to be turn out to be.
They might as well just give him a bloody British accent, and they're done with it.
Yeah. Just,
that's a nice change.
You just knew it was going to happen. But
it's interesting how Agnes is going to use that information she's learnt, though, because it's evidently the reason Scarlet Witch has got so powerful in such a short period of time is, 1, because she is the Scarlet Witch, but 2 is because all this trauma she's gone through has made her unleash her powers like that. So unless she's going to go around and boot a table, spill her tea, and I don't know, shit herself, she's not going to go through that much trauma, is she, to unlock all those powers?
And it turned out that Scarlet Witch also was probably greatly increased by the Infinity Stone.
That was true.
The Infinity Stone
that was a bit confusing, that bit, wasn't it? Because they couldn't see it.
No, they couldn't see it, and it was
science-
the soul gem as well.
and
It was
it-
the gem
yeah,
that was in Vision's head. So that's
Was that the stone? What come
interlinked.
come out of that? What
Yeah.
come out
Stuff,
of that?
yeah.
Yeah, it
was.
was soul, yeah.
because they get
makes
that
sense
they
then.
get that
And it's
beginning
not
of Age
soul,
of
it's
Ultron,
mind.
don't they?
It's the mind stone.
Yeah. Oh, sorry,
The
Mind
Mind
Stone.
Stone.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And what does the
it's-
Mind Stone do again?
Interesting.
Is that like knowledge?
I think it's the one that manipulates like situation.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Is
That
it?
makes sense. Yeah, because he does touch people and he turns them into like zombies working for him, doesn't he? That's how Loki used it anyway.
Do you ever
Yeah.
see? We never see Thanos use it because it's the last one he gets. Obviously, in Infinity
Yeah.
War, he takes it out and then he does the
Yeah.
snap. You never
Yeah.
actually see him use it, do you?
No.
No.
I think it's the red one. The ether is the one that like when he changes it and people think he's dead. Like when the Guardians of the Galaxy go.
Yeah, that was the Reality Stone, wasn't it? Yeah.
Reality Stone. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
one I got confused with. Yeah, that changes
Yeah.
things. Yeah. Yeah.
But no, really good episode. Yeah, one more. That's it, and then we're gonna. But like I said before, apparently this leads straight into Multiverse of Madness. So if it's pointing at anywhere, it should be Benedict Cumberbatch, who is
Yeah,
the
even it's a
cameo.
post-credit scene. He has to.
Yeah.
I will be quite surprised if you just don't see him. Just something.
Yeah.
It just makes too much sense, but maybe it won't. Maybe it'll just be an emotional thing where she does it all. But she's really powerful, like you said. So, cool.
Oh yeah, this weekend it become the highest grossing program ever. Apparently,
Oh really?
I heard. I could be well wrong with that. Just chucking it out there, but I definitely heard that on the radio.
What, through Disney Plus? How does that
Yeah, it
work?
must be. Yeah, don't know. It just.
It actually hasn't got any backup information. He
Yeah,
hasn't got
that
any
doesn't
sort of-
make any
He's like,
sense.
yeah,
I heard-
whatever. Yeah,
I heard
yeah.
one thing on the radio, and guess what? It's coming out on the airwaves. So
Yeah, it's
I'm not
just-
fact checking it.
Okay.
I'll do some research. I'll let you know next week.
All right. You come back with some facts.
All right.
All right. Anyway,
Yeah.
hope
that's
you enjoyed
it.
the episode, guys. And until next week, catch you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Whee.